Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm alongside Kenny Calvin. This is live Bakersfield College Renegades basketball. The men's squad taking on L.A. Pierce. Yeah, we've just had the starting lineups announced for the Brahmas of L.A. Pierce and their head coach, Charles White. And now we're going to listen in to the public address announcer, Carl Bryan, give us the starting five for the Renegades. First out, Jonathan Murray out of Paul Robeson High School. How about this? Tucker Enigenberg from Stockdale High School, a sophomore. Henry Galento from Cesar Chavez High School in Delano. He's got some big hops, by the way.
Yes, he does.
And here's their superstar player, one of a few, but last player of the year last year. And then we get to see Jalen English out of Lemoore. So a really talented and strong and powerful basketball team for head coach Rich Hughes. And we went through his accolades, what an accomplished coach he is. And Kenny, you touched on it. There are players that could go other places, and they come here because they want at least 1 year. Some of them want 2 years here with head coach Rich Hughes. And it's going to be a nice basketball game. The Brahmas of L.A. Pierce against the Renegades of Bakersfield College. You ready to stand up and get it going?
Oh, let's get it.
Man, oh, man.
You know, and like I told you, I'm always excited to see 23s. And tonight, my wife's little cousin, Jalen English, will be wearing the 23. So I want to see some extreme effort out of him. Jalen to get the tip. I wonder if he's playing the 5.
But I can tell you this from our football broadcast: if you don't perform, a Renegade to my right, he'll go down and visit with you. Now, here we go. Renegades win the toss, the tip, I should say. See, now you got me thinking football. Here we go.
Nice ball movement.
Enigenberg has it stolen down low by Chance Cole.
And
feed down low, and nice block by Enigenberg, ends up in the Renegades' hands. Here comes Jonathan Murray. Murray surveying, kicks it in the corner. Hammonds thought about it for a minute. They come back out. Pierce in the zone. Look at that long ball that gets put up by Jalen English. Does not draw iron. So Pierce starting the game off, sucked back in the zone.
Yeah, and it's going to take penetration to beat that zone. Can't just sit out there and launch threes, as Jalen attempted. One thing we do know, Vance, is that these Brahmas aren't short-handed, so our Renegades are going to have to play a full throttle, high-intensity game.
Jordan Newt pulls the trigger on that. A miss. Renegades will get the bounce. By the way, L.A. Pierce comes in at 5-13. The Renegades of Bakersfield come in at 9-9. We are underway here in the first half. No score yet. Press getting put on by the Brahmas. Hammonds gets roughed up here on the sidelines right in front of the hash. Coach White saying, hey, just cut off the sideline. He has to stop or charge. Don't reach.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier in the women's game. You know, it's so easy to reach, hard to slide your feet, but that extra effort and that extra step will get you to play.
No score yet. Enigenberg looking to pull the trigger. He's deep. Gets over to Hammonds in the corner. Extended. He steps back. He launches. Almost. And Enigenberg with the follow and the putback. Excellent job by Tucker.
Wow, I thought he was going to slam that back home. He was
got a
2
great
feet
game.
above the rim.
Stockdale Mustang has a great game. Oh, that's a walk. Great defense out there. And what John Flowers thought he had for a quick second was a back door, but then when it changed up, he'd already left his pivot foot. Too late, travel.
Brahmas with a little bit of full court pressure.
Well, they know Coach Hughes' background. He likes to go. Here's a steal, though.
Oh!
And a big pin against the glass by English. Here comes Hammonds. Look for Enigenberg. Enigenberg under control, or is he? No, they say charge.
I don't know if I like that call, as you have to allow the offensive guy room.
I can tell you this. Great pass, great hands, quick put up. But in the end, foul on Enigenberg. Flowers hard of the hole, and he gets roughed up on the way. And the foul is going to be by Jonathan Murray, but he has a quick word with Henry Galento and says, hey, please help me on that baseline. That guy's quick.
Yeah, but the one thing I do like about that interaction was that Murray went back and tapped him on the back and say, hey, let's get it going. I don't want to just be chewing you out here. You know, but you should be cutting off that baseline.
At the line, John Flowers, the sophomore, makes the first of two. We're just underway. 2-1 is the score. Our production crew eating as if they'll never have another meal. Slow down, everybody. Slow down.
Both free throws are good. Brahma's coming back out in that full court press. It looked like there's a little bit of a full court trap. English gets it across midcourt, down to Hammonds on the left block. Offensive rebound.
Galento works. Hammond's got another look at it. He comes in, wants to go up, and no call there. It might have been a block, but they call no. And here comes the Brahmas.
Yeah.
Well, 9-footer, should have gone, didn't go. Rebound.
Randall Lacey with the miss on the 10-footer.
Murray, bad pass right into the heart of the key and right into the hands of the Brahmas, but a short layup miss out there by Flowers still ends up in the Brahmas' hands. So some reckless basketball right now. In 3 minutes, only 2 points for each squad.
2 points, a few turnovers. I'm looking to see Hammond play high-level basketball on both ends of the floor. I know he's a good offensive weapon. I want to see some defensive effort as well.
7 on the shot clock. Good penetration, nice kick, good look. Oh, rattles in and out, doesn't go, but Galento. What a nice bucket by Hammonds. And I apologize, it's Henry Galanato. Fix that spelling there, my bad. Henry Galanato, number 11 out of Cesar Chavez.
And the Renegades appear to be playing a little bit of a matchup zone. Great
Chance
defense.
Cole, heart of the hole, Enigenberg with a great defense. But look at the Brahmas working it. Refs letting him play right now. Enigenberg thinks he has a steal. Whoa, lots and lots of contact right now. And finally a foul called there. That's going to be on Randall Lacey. Wow. These guys, I know you like this kind of basketball.
Yeah.
It's football basketball.
Yeah, this looked like me coming off the bench as a backup point guard. A whole bunch of fouling.
A lot of contact. And we're going to see a first substitution for the Brahmas, Christian Guillory in.
So long to Spence.
Spence. He came, he ate, he left. Thanks, Spence. Good to see you. Hammonds with a lob. Beautiful. Galanato rolls it in.
And that's the one thing I did see when I went to review film. Nice two-man game between Hammond and Galanato. They can get that going. This won't be close. 6-2.
6-2. Renegades up 4. Flowers, hard to the bucket. Misses the 3-footer. Can't convert. The putback, no good by Lacey. And here come the Renegades. Murray pushes the issue. Oh, he's going to try to thread the needle. That would have been one fantastic catch. Hammonds.
Ooh. You got to love the quick release by Hammonds. It's my first time seeing him live. Great closeout by the Brahmas defender as the Brahmas called a timeout. But how about that quick release on the 3?
Head coach Charles White calls a quick timeout, wants to have a word with his Brahmas before this thing gets a little too crazy. It's 9-2. Just started here. 15:03 left in this first half, and Coach Hughes having a quick word with his guys. Frenetic pace, some turnovers, some physical play, some bad shots, some good shots. It's all wrapped up in 11 total points, but it's 9-2 Renegades here on Bakersfield.com. Again, this is the Western South Conference Southern Division, Western State Conference Southern Division home opener, WSC home opener for the Renegades.
The Renegades are asleep on defense.
Sure were. Lacey battling for it, puts it back in the hands of Gilroy. Here comes Flowers. He has to stop. Nice defense by Enigenberg right there. Newt hands the ball back off to Flowers. Flowers with a nice move. 10 on the shot clock. Shot goes up. The southpaw pulls the trigger. Does not get it to go. Gallinado with the rebound.
Nice big-time rebound.
Man, I like his game. 6'5", 215. Enigenberg pulls the trigger. He can't get it to go.
Brahma's pushing the ball. Don't have numbers.
What a beautiful dish. And an easy bucket missed by Rashad Johnson on a really nice pass. Here comes English. English comes in, lays it up and in. And the long arm, 6'8", 190-pound sophomore out of Lemoore.
Nice controlled move by English as he appeared out of control, and he took that Euro step to gather himself for the finish.
Newt has it up top. Rashad sets a big screen. Newt with a beautiful open look, can't get it to go. Hammonds looks down across the corner, sees Enigenberg waiting, but he decides to go this side to Gallinado, and he pulls it back. All of a sudden, Jonathan Murray's going to start it and go against that man-to-man defense.
Great patience by the Renegade resetting and getting in their offensive set.
Hammonds, boom.
Oh. Man, I'll tell you, Hammonds from the parking lot.
From the R on the Renegades logo, that is one long shot right there, and all of a sudden it's 14-2, a quick 12-point lead for this Renegade basketball team. And that's finally a nice look by Randall Lacey. He's 6'6", he's a freshman. He's got really nice physique, long arms, good stature, good posture. You expect some things out of Randall Lacey there.
Yeah, I love the offensive patience by the Renegades so far. Playing under control. As English puts that on display.
Gallinado gets in trouble, and that's going to be a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to go to the Brahmas as we see Dallas Johnson come in and Chance Cole come in. What are you pointing at, partner?
I'll just say no substitutions.
Shahada Camp is in for the Renegades, and that's going to be a walk. And really, it was just that Dallas Johnson was given some more space than he thought he was going to get on the baseline. Ended up being a lot more real estate than he thought he was going to have, and he traveled. 10-point lead for the Renegades, Kenny.
Coach Hughes sending in the call.
Shahada's in. High elbow. Enigenberg wants to take a look. He's got it up top. Nice feed down to Hammonds. But he's got Lacey all over him. Hammond stops, pulls up in Lacey's face. Oh, goodness. No wonder he's player of the year last year.
I'll tell you what,
Woo.
Everything that's been advertised about this kid has been on display in his first 5 minutes.
Sure has. 16-4, 12-point lead for the Renegades here in this first half. Good-looking shot, doesn't go up. Rebound, Gallinado.
And what you like about Hammond's game, nothing's out of control. It's all within the context of the offense.
Absolutely right. Shahada took a look. Pump fake, and that's off the glass. That's beautiful.
Great
Shahada
move
Camp
by Camp.
out of Grand River Prep. And the southpaw lays it off the glass, high off the glass.
Renegades on the defensive end are looking very impressive. They're communicating, they're switching things. As they switch right there, and Edinburgh picks it up. Just great communication. You want to force tough shots like that.
Exactly what happened. New shot clock for the Brahmas. Can't get the fall there. Here come the Renegades running. And Jonathan Murray out of Paul Robeson High School. That's a signature Rich Hughes point guard right there. Great vision, pushing the tempo. Here comes Robeson. Hammonds. He thought he was going to get the foul. Does not. Now Jordan Newt pushes it down the near side. Lacey takes a look. That looks good from here, and it is a three.
Nice shot.
Shot it right below us. We saw the trajectory and the arc, and it's in. A much-needed bucket for Pierce.
Much-needed bucket for Pierce. Get some confidence back. You're down 11 points. 10 minutes remaining to play in the first half.
Now Shahada is going to get fouled out high by Chance Cole, so Camp gets fouled. 10:23 remains here in this first half. 18-7. Renegades looking good here. The Lady Renegades with a 40-point win right before this game. And great to see Aaron Chavez down there, the great assistant coach for Rich. He's been with him many, many years. Could have coached a lot of different places as a head coach, and he and Rich have put together quite the program here at Bakersfield College. Great to see. Enningenberg, the ball was deflected, hit him in the face. What great hands and composure. He stops at the free throw line and pulls it up. And Tucker Enningenberg, no wonder he is their second leading scorer with nearly 19 a game. Stockton Mustang doing what he does.
Enningenberg looking like the complete package, crashing the boards. Nice pull up at the free throw line as the Brahmas get their 2 points back. Chance Cole with the penetration.
Teardropper.
But getting back to Edinburgh, just seeing the range, and as he takes the deep three, the range of his game in this first half is very impressive.
Great defense in there by English from behind. Now Hammonds has it. Will he force the issue? He's got English if he needs him. He says, I got it. He pulls the trigger. Nothing but the bottom of the net, 23-9. And just like that, a 14-point lead for head coach Rich Hughes and his Bakersfield College Renegades. Feed down low, that looks nice, and it is strong post move. That's all about Randall Lacey getting position before the ball even came to him.
Yes, Randall Lacey, 6'6", 2 guard. Anytime he's in the paint, it's going to be a mismatch.
And Hammonds is bumped out there by Dallas Johnson, but I believe Dallas Johnson is not going to hear anything from his coach. I think the coach is just fine with that. If you can keep Hammonds away from the bucket, I'm okay with it. I've got guys to put in for you. As we're going to see Gallinado come in, and a rest for Jamar Hammonds and everybody in the Gil Bishop Sports Center thanking him for that effort. It's 23-11 with 8:56 to go here in the first half.
Well, I don't get goosebumps often, but I got goosebumps watching the first 12 minutes of Hammonds.
Flowers to English. English back out here to Camp. Camp, top of the key, 5 on the shot clock. It's got to go up, and he loses possession, and it will be Brahma's basketball. So Coach White comes in with 2 new players. First time we've seen Ruben Gonzalez and Idris Sadat, both freshmen. And Sadat is 6'4", Gonzalez 5'9". And if you've ever been to a Bakersfield College men's basketball game to watch, you'll know that Rich Hughes goes with about 7 guys. Maybe. Maybe. 6 for sure, maybe 7, rarely 8. And a quick pull by Sadat. He wasn't in long. First touch, he puts it up. It's probably what Coach White's wanted. Camp. Ooh, he thought it looked good. So did I. Back of the rim, doesn't happen. Now here comes Ruben Gonzalez pushing the issue. The new guard pops in. There's a southpaw from the corner getting the job done. Gilroy, but he can make it. Flowers. Oh, and everybody from Pierce wanted to travel. Didn't get it. Camp comes in. Camp butchered from behind. No call. Oh, goodness. And Coach Hughes can't believe no call either. Gonzalez back over here to Cole. Cole comes in, and they say no. All ball, but the putback is finally good by Dallas Johnson. So a crazy, frenetic pace resulting in only 2 points for the Brahmas the last 60 seconds.
Yeah, great job by Gallinado going straight up on one of those attempts. However, they got the offensive rebound.
And Christian Gilroy right now, he is frustrated because he's trying to guard Tucker Enningenberg, and Enningenberg keeps sucking him in off of picks. How smart is Tucker Enningenberg? He's not just a great athlete, great player, great shooter, but he knows how to use open space, moves without the ball, and that's what you're looking for at a 4-year program.
Definitely exciting. Murray attacks the basket, blows the layup. Brahmas with the fast break opportunity. Gallinado with the challenge again at the rim. Gets the block. Edinburgh pushes back up to Hammonds. Hammonds to Gallinado.
Coach White frustrated. He thought there was contact on the layup attempt. I would agree. But now here we go. Gilroy comes in. He comes up, and that's a travel. No call there. So now it's fast break, 2-on-3. Hammonds, Enningenberg, and that's a big carry. No call there. And Hammonds can't get that. A rebound, Dallas Johnson. the officials letting them go tonight. They're letting them
go
run.
Tonight. They're letting them go tonight. Maybe they're getting ready for this regular season too, getting all the kinks out. But if you're the Renegades on that last trip, you want to pull the ball back out, reset the offense. You didn't have numbers. You're up 10 points. Reset. However, turnover.
Up 10, 6:47 to go here in this first half. And Hammonds got the ball. That's why it was short. Here's another block, and now it's going to be Murray on the fast break, but a bad pass, and Dallas Johnson ends up with it. Gonzalez in the corner to Gilroy, and he knocks it down.
Gilroy with the sweet left hand baseline three from the corner. Shortest three on the floor.
7-point lead now for the Renegades. It's been trimmed. The Brahmas starting to feel it. Enigenberg cuts back door, but a bad pass by English, but Hammond's there to clean it up. Jalen English threw it in heavy traffic, but Hammond's there to get it. Sadat comes in, throws it back out, and that good look, just can't make it. Just can't dial it in. Dallas Johnson had about a 12-footer. Nobody in his face.
Yeah, and you got to wonder if English is gassed because he hasn't come out this first half.
Murray to Enigenberg. Enigenberg, baseline. Stop, pulls up from 12, had the ball batted away.
Air ball off the 15-footer. Brahma's attacking the basket, and they finally get a call on Gallinado. Probably the first time he didn't go straight up.
Christian Guillory will be at the line. So the freshman, 6'2", southpaw, will be at the line. 25-16. Coach Hughes was up by 14 at one point, and now Coach Hughes having a word with his point guard, Jonathan Murray. Again, you're talking about one of the most celebrated, decorated, and highly accomplished community college coaches in the country, certainly in the state of California, in Rich Hughes. Longest tenured coach in Bakersfield College Renegade history. And has a lot of players that come from a long ways away. They want to play for Rich before going on to the four-year programs, and he has put a ton of them in four-year programs, as we talked about.
Speaking of, I think we got Mr. Bobby Fisher in the house tonight.
Yeah, I saw him.
Nice entry pass from English to Hammonds on the low post. He misses. Edinburgh with the rebound. Back out to English. Pump fake and takes the long 20-footer, and it's good. Timeout, Renegades.
And it's a full one, so we'll take a quick timeout as well. 5:13 to go here in the first half. Renegades up 10, 27-17 on Bakersfield.com.
Welcome back to Gil Bishop Sports Arena. Renegades up 27-17 with 5 minutes remaining to play in the half. Brahmas with the ball, setting up their offense. Nice on-ball defense, looked like a turnover. First action on the day by Kobe Garner, freshman out of Redwoods. A little backup point guard action. Great on-ball defense. Hammonds with the closeout. Rebound English. Up to Hammonds, and it's too long, too high. Turnover Renegades.
4:44 remains here in the first half.
You know, just like I talked about earlier, as a backup guard, you want to minimize turnovers because you don't get many minutes. One turnover can cost you another 10 minutes.
Small lineup in for the Brahmas. Newt pulls up, doesn't get it to go. How about that rebound by Jalen English? And he is using all of that 6'8" frame.
Loving Jalen's energy on the defensive end. He already has 2 blocks and multiple rebounds.
They're trying to get the ball to Enigenberg off a double pick down low. They do, and now it ends up in English's hands. So a 2-man game. English goes to the free throw line, stops, pulls up, and he gets it to go. Talented young man out of Lemoore, the sophomore, Jalen English.
Nice, patient move. Pump fake, drop step. averaging 14.8 points a game, so he can score the basketball. But how about that effort on the defensive end with another rebound as he outlets to Garner?
Lacey misses from about a half a foot. And that's going to be a travel, I think. And it looks like Kobe Garner's shorts are falling off. He's having trouble keeping them tied up.
Yeah, let's get that kid a safety pin.
He looked over at the bench and everybody's like, hey, hey, hey.
It's going to be pretty hard to play on-ball defense when your pants are sagging like Lil Wayne's.
12-point lead for the Renegades. Gonzalez hit, fouled, he thought. This might be a dunk. We might have, what's a dunk right here? No, laid in. A little bit of altering of the would-be dunk because of the defensive effort by Chance Cole. Ball deflected, and that will be Brahma's basketball, 31-17. We're going to see Shahada Camp come back in for the Renegades, and John Flowers, who's been out for quite some time. He was one of the starting guards for the Brahmas. He's back in with 3:16 remaining.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the defensive effort by the Renegades. We've made multiple substitutions. It hasn't dropped off a bit.
Wow, I like that. That was impressive, but he just can't get it. The shooting percentage right now for the Brahmas. Oh, Gallinado swats it away. That doesn't help the Brahmas when Henry Gallinato's waiting for it to send it back into the seats. But the Brahmas have had good looks, open looks. They just can't convert. Yeah,
and the Renegades are doing a great job protecting the paint after they get in there because most of our blocks have come bang, bang. 2:57 remaining to play in the half. Renegades up 31-17.
Camp comes to the free throw line, wants to go hard, does go hard, lays it up. Now Sadat has it. And that will be an offensive foul.
And I was going to be highly upset if it wasn't because Hammonds, for the first time, sacrificed his body for the team and was very patient. Slid his feet, as we talked about earlier, didn't reach, and you get the charge. One thing about defense, effort is rewarded.
14-point lead for the Renegades, 2:39 remains. At halftime, we'll have none other than John Mettis, college beat reporter for the Bakersfield Californian. Murray has it. Brahmas did not have bad D. They've got decent defense. Just talk about some talented kids down there. And Hammond says, all right, Vance, I'll show you. Big effort for the rebound, and Rashad Johnson comes down with it. Brahmas push it down the far side. Sadat has it up high.
Nice move.
Strong move by John Flowers. Coach White probably told him, all right, you're back in. Make something happen, please. And he did.
Great screen by Gallinado at the top at half court.
And I think Rashad Johnson had a knee knocker right there. Ooh, those hurt.
For days sometimes.
Jonathan Murray will go to the line. We have not seen a lot of foul shots get put up in this game. But now we're going to see Jonathan Murray at the line. He's a sophomore out of Paul Robeson High School. Averages 5.4 a game.
I would love to see his assist numbers because it seems like he's doing a great job moving the ball within the context of the offense and getting everybody involved.
Shahada Camp comes out. Jalen English back in. Missed second free throw. Under 2 to go here in this first half.
Yeah, and one thing about Flowers, he's been eager to get to the paint as he attacks again. Got to do a better job cutting him off and sliding the feet.
Oh. Christian Guillory, hard move to the hole, and he will go to the line again. So one thing about Christian Guillory, I can tell you this, he likes going to the rack, not afraid of anything or anybody.
Yeah, and he's playing great inside and out. He has a 3 in the corner already. But now he's showing that he can attack the basket as well and make his free throws.
Tell you what, between the ladies' game and the men's game, about 7 left-handed players.
The most I've seen in one game, or 2 for that matter.
And we're going to have 2 guests at halftime, able to talk her into sticking around. Ladies head coach Paula Dahl is going to be joining us for just a second. A
Murray.
lob up to Galanito with perfect pass by Jonathan Murray. One of those non-spoken communication skills that they share.
Yes, and we just talked about that, Vance, his ability to make plays by getting others a basketball.
Strong move down there by Randall Lacey, trying to keep this thing within reach, but right now it's still an 11-point lead, under a minute to go here in the first half. Renegades up.
Camp running the baseline.
Oh, Murray has it to English, and English had a shot, but he decided to pass it, and that's going to be a foul. And Jonathan Murray showed like he was going to take the charge and then backed out of the way, but accidentally tripped up John Flowers. So Flowers came down kind of weird. Lucky he didn't hyperextend that leg of his. He's kind of hobbling just a little bit there, so he will shoot 2.
Yeah, and Flowers is intent on getting to the paint. You know, it kind of reminds us of our last game, watching the Lady Gades and how easily Octavia got to the paint. He's doing the same thing for his Brahmas. It's going to be up to the Renegade guards to slide their feet and cut them off and beat them to the spot.
Missed the first one to make it a 10-point game. Makes the second, so it now is 34-24. 41.7 remains here in this first half. About a 10-second differential between the game and the shot clock.
You want to make good decisions with this last possession. 18 remaining on the shot clock. However, the Brahmas trying to put on a little bit of pressure with the trap. We got the jump ball.
Whoa,
it's getting a little physical.
Whoa, an aggressive Jamar Hammonds. And, oh, goodness, I'm not surprised. Jamar Hammonds a little over-aggressive going for the loose ball. I think he's a little frustrated that he got knocked away, frankly, with some good defense by the Brahmas. They batted it away. And they went in for the scrum for the jump ball, and I believe that the Renegade Jamar Hammonds came in a little hot.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you why I'm okay with that. He's your best offensive player, but that play was a play where it's a loose ball, and he's providing that extra effort on loose ball plays, which a lot of star players don't do. So even though it's something that you want him to gauge his temperament, definitely can't question the effort and the fire.
Well, the only thing I'll say is that he was going in there to battle with Rashad Johnson, who looks like a middle linebacker.
Yes. He definitely looked like he should be playing a bit of DN instead of center.
Maybe he does. We need to look at our roster. Next time we play L.A. Pierce, we might be seeing him this fall. He's a freshman. He might be a tight end or something. Now Coach Hughes wants to know, hey, it was a jump ball possession arrow for the Renegades, but now that there's a technical foul called, it should be Brahma's basketball.
Well, the Brahmas got the last possession arrow.
Enigenberg's going to pop in real quick.
And Coach is probably going to pull Hammond out right now.
I doubt that.
Oh, nope.
I doubt that with 20 seconds to go or 21 seconds to go. He wants to score. Let's see how quickly he tries to go, though, because it's 21.2 on the game clock, 20 seconds on the shot clock. They get the ball in easily to Murray. Will they go for one or will they go for more?
Looked like they wanted Enigenberg on that swing action.
English stops. Throws it to Enigenberg. He's got it. He pulls up, and it is good. Nice-looking bucket. And brings it back to a 10-point lead. So that's how we'll finish the first half, 36-26. I've got 2. Halftime is over, and we are back at the Gil Bishop Sports Center in Bakersfield College as the Renegades have a 10-point lead, 36-26. Our thanks to Paula Dahl, head coach of the Lady Renegades, and John Metis from the Bakersfield Californian. 2 guests at halftime. How do you do it? My partner Kenny Calvin looked like he's setting up a business meeting here. We get hey, look.
I travel and work on the go.
I guess so. I guess so. We're back in it here.
Lacey has some good numbers over the first half.
Yeah, I want to get some stats from him when we get a chance. I had Coach Dahl and John Mettis. I got to get him some time. Renegades trying to push that defense up. 6 on the shot clock. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound, and it will be a foul on Randall Lacey. So nice job. The Renegade defense brought him down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. They had to throw one up that really wasn't the best shot. And Lacey picks up his second foul.
Yeah, great challenge by English. He had 2 blocks in the first half. Gallinado had 4 blocks.
One-on-one, literally. Number 1 guarding number 1 up top. What a matchup that is between Jonathan Murray and Jordan Newt. Now Enigenberg tosses it into English.
Nice high screen by English.
Going to be a foul, but a great pass by Murray. The Renegades probably don't want the foul because Murray did such a great job of getting that ball into the hands of Gallinado. But waved off, still a 10-point game, 36-26.
Yeah, and if you look at Murray's first half numbers, nothing that jumps out at you. But what you like about him is the fact that he spread the ball around and didn't take it upon himself to force things as Gallinado gets that easy 2-footer off the entry pass.
How tough is he, Henry Gallinado? Bad shot put up by the Brahmas. Oh, goodness. Turnover, and here comes Newt. Newt comes in, and he knew that Jalen English was behind him, trailing him. Missed the layup, but the putback is good. Back to a 10-pointer again, 38-28. And Murray's in trouble. Was in trouble. Gallinado, and that was a nice dunk.
First dunk of the game.
And we're going to see Brenton Scott, the 7-footer, is in just a moment. Charles White's seen enough. Oh, nice spin move out there by John Flowers. So Coach White has some talent on his bench.
Yes, he does, and Flowers is getting to the rack at will. Bad spacing.
Oh, he's in trouble. Enigenberg, a nice hard move, and there's a lob. Oh, goodness. He was just a little late in getting that pass off. It was going to be an alley-oop dunk to Gallinado, but he charged. And I'm sure if Tucker could do it all over again, he'd probably do a little left-handed bounce pass, and that'd be an easy dunk.
You read my mind on that, Vance. That bounce pass would have made that play 10 times more successful.
But no matter what, I keep looking up at the scoreboard, and it's still a 10-point game. What a move. Couldn't finish, though. John Flowers, ball's on the ground. Look out, look out, look out. Flowers pulls it back out, and that is a 3-second call.
As we talked about earlier, Vance, Flowers is getting to the basket any way he wants. But great job by English challenging him on that.
So the 7-footer, Brenton Scott, is in there. Woo. And he couldn't stop the 6-footer, Jonathan Murray. That's going to be a tough matchup.
Jonathan hit him with a bit of a dipsy-do.
Lacey misses short. Hammonds. Oh, comes up a little short, and Gimpy there for just a second.
Nice idea.
That ball goes off the thigh of Brenton Scott. Dallas Johnson is back in, and that did not take long to get Brenton Scott back out of there.
Well, it looks like Hammond may have tweaked that ankle. He's going to walk it off. Definitely liking his attitude as a player tonight, showing some toughness. Oh! As they try to inbound alley-oop. Gallinado missed the dunk. Great pass.
And Jordan Newt tracked that down, caught it, went in. Nice inbound lob into Gallinado. Couldn't make it happen, though.
How about that screen by Gallinado?
The long 3 gets put up by Jalen English, and I mean long, near the hash. And it's a 13-point lead for the Renegades. 16:40 remains here in the second half.
We talked about English's balanced play. He's blocking shots. He's getting rebounds. Now he just knocked down the deep three as the Renegades approach up court, front court. Inside to Hammonds from Murray. Hammonds under the basket, steps on the baseline.
That's a turnover. And essentially, Jamar cannot pick up his dribble down there. One way or the other, you got to keep it coming through or back it back out, but don't stop underneath the glass. Lacey to Gallinato's side, pulled it back out. Lacey said, I've got it, but he doesn't. A rebound out there by Dallas Johnson. Lacey comes in, lays it up, can't get it to go. Johnson actually knocked out of his own player's hand. Jump ball possession arrow. Idris Sadat back in here. So Coach White is trying to find a big guy that can get in there and make things difficult for these Renegades. He went with Brenton Scott, the 7-footer. That didn't last long. Now he goes to Idris Sadat, who's 6'5".
Yes, because they were out-rebounded 22-27 in the first half, so Coach is probably trying to think of some way to keep these Renegades off the glass.
Out of the paint. Enigenberg right below us. English has the ball stripped easily. Jordan Newt has an easy 2 buckets. And sharp young sophomore Jordan Newt, keep the ball away from him.
Yeah, and I feel like if Jalen would have put some effort towards tracking that down, he could have got a block. However, he gave up. A little bit of frustration after the turnover as Enigenberg gets fouled.
Yeah, Tucker's just got such great court presence, how to suck those guys in on him, draw the foul. It was an automatic trip to the line when he slashes to the glass like that. Tucker Enigenberg, the sophomore from Stockdale High School.
Very impressed with Enigenberg's game. You know, as a former recruiter and a high school basketball coach, I do have one of those years under my belt as well. He's just an energy player that's going to get it done whether he has the ball or not. And those are the kind of players you want on your team.
Enigenberg is cut right in the interior part of his elbow where it bends. So he's got about 20 seconds to get this fixed pretty quickly. And he's shooting a free throw. So 46-34 the score, 15-14. What else do you see here in the first half while we have a quick second? Anything else jump out at you?
You just brought it up, points in the paint.
Yeah.
Renegades dominated points in the paint. And you would think by the dynamic scoring ability of Hammond that it was a lot of jump shots and three-pointers. However, we're doing a great job penetrating. And when we're not getting those shots, we're kicking it. But the guys that are out there catching it past the three-point line aren't just settling. They're pump faking and getting back to the paint. So great effort, points in the paint by the Renegades most of the time.
Enigenberg makes the free throw. He's going to come out. Shahada Camp's going to come in. I think they're just going to send him over to the trainer's table real quick to make sure that's a permanent Band-Aid. Well, permanent for 15 minutes and 8 seconds. Idris Sadat comes to the elbow, stops, looks for that back door, can't get it. Nice defense by the Renegades. Oh, wow. Ends up in Newt's hands by chance more than anything. And Chance Cole lays it off the glass.
Set yourself up for that one. But you got to love the Brahmers' effort and continuing to fight back. Now, if the Renegades look up, you have numbers. Camp to the wing.
Murray has it up high, looking for a two-man game. Gallinato's got to clear out, and Hammond has the ball stripped. No call. And that will be a foul on Jalen English. So Hammond thought he got fouled. English called for the foul. 14-26 remains in this second half. 11-point lead for the Renegades. You're watching all of this on Bakersfield.com. At the line, Chance Cole.
One thing I like about that defense by Jalen is even though he left his feet, he stayed straight up. That was kind of a 50-50 call. Could have went either way, but nonetheless, he was called for the foul because he left his feet. However, I don't think he fouled him because he stayed straight up.
Cole makes them both. Back to a 9-point game again. Coach Hughes up, pensive, little consternation. Full court press getting put on. Gallinato takes it in. And what a nice weapon to have in Henry Gallinado. Just kind of breaks the press by himself, doesn't he?
Yes, very skilled big man.
Murray over to Camp.
And Camp likes to shoot.
Yeah, he does. Well, he just likes to go at the hole. 6 on the shot clock. Hammond's off to put it up. You know he's going to. He comes in, he's fouled, and it counts. He goes in with the left, floats, draws the contact, body foul, and lays it in with the left. It's good.
That's not an easy move to make. I mean, it's
Not at
only a
all.
certain amount of players that can make that move and finish with contact. Kind of reminiscent of Kobe in his later years where he wasn't going to dunk on you every time, but he knows how to finish. I'm very impressed by Hammond's game tonight.
First of all, to have the hang time, and he drops in the third point. But to have the hang time to stay up there that long, then he gets hit, then he switches and goes to the left. Player of the year. And a foul is going to be called on the Renegades, and every one of them turned around and said, who, me? Well, it's going to be on Shahada Camp. 50-38, 12-point lead for the Renegades. Again, thanks to Paula Dahl for coming up to saying hi to us at halftime. John Mettis, Bakersfield, California, comes in to give us a few minutes. Haven't seen John in a while.
Yeah, good to see John. You know, he did a great job coming in mid-season.
Sure did.
During the football season. You know, it's great to be back around my media professionals.
And me. Oh, I elicited a laugh from our cameraman and our producer director. Her new nickname, 16.
Well, I will say this, Vance. Flowers is keeping the Brahmas in the game.
Yeah, he is.
He's attacking without fear. But the Renegades are doing a great job beating this press.
Wow, Shahada Camp. He got away with one there. That was a long hop, skip, and a jump to the hole, but he actually gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. Shahada Camp out of Grand River Prep High School, a freshman that Coach Hughes has brought in, and he is an instigator.
Yeah, he definitely reminds you of Vinnie Johnson, one of the guys that comes off the bench and isn't scared of the moment.
Or Isaiah Thomas or Rajon Rondo. He likes to, you know, that left hand, just looking at him, he just got that look that wants to go to the hole. Missed both those free throws, though. How about this? The putback by Jalen English.
You're seeing Jalen English do it inside, outside, blocks, rebounds. Well-rounded game.
Great defense out there by Gallinado, and the rebound and the push. And here comes English and the dunk. That was as good as it looks right there for the Renegade. It started with Henry Gallinado's defense, then his rebound, then his long outlet, and ends up in a dunk for the Renegades.
Jalen English putting on a show on all ends of the court.
Chance Cole puts one up, doesn't go. 13:04 remains in the second half. A 14-point lead for the Renegades. They get up 14, but they're not able to really ultimately pull away just yet.
And 14 points is the largest lead, too. So let's see how we come in after this turnover. See if we can extend this lead. Hammond's breaking the press. Couple of screens by Gallinado and Murray.
Gallinado's going to be your high pick. But Hammonds has it, thought about it for a second, and they're going to say he blocked him, John Flowers. And I don't know if John made that much contact, but that's the call.
Yeah, definitely good defense by John. I loved our last inbounds play underneath the goal. Let's see what Coach Hughes draws up this time.
Well, now you've got Hammonds in the opposite corner. Probably just get it into Gallinado, which they do. Henry wants to back him in. Henry comes in strong.
Big
oh, what
boy
a strong
move. Oh,
he just
my.
took Rashad Johnson, backed him up, and said, I got it.
That's how my Uncle Manuel Calvin used to do me.
How about that right there? Another answer by Jordan Newt, and Coach White calls a full timeout. We will take it as well. 56-42, 12 and a half to go in the second half on Bakersfield.com. Welcome back, everybody, after the full timeout taken by the Brahmas. The Renegades will pull it up. They're up 14, 56-42, just over 12 minutes to go here in the second half. Hammond's hard of the hole, and he has the ball knocked out. Big foul, and Coach Hughes saw the same thing we all saw, a big hammer tomahawk chop, but no call. And when your best player, your leading scorer, and your reigning player of the year takes a couple hard shots to the wrists like that, you're going to let the refs know. How about that look right there?
I'm
Jalen
telling you.
English with the Jordan fadeaway.
The 2-3 gang is in the building. Jalen English is putting on a show.
Sadat from way downtown doesn't get it to go. John Flowers in the corner. The launch goes up, doesn't happen. Rebound put back in by Randall Lacey. And Jamar Hammond just standing at half court. He wants an outlet pass, but they needed him back on D, or at least under the hole. And Coach Hughes, you can hear the foot stomping heel of Rich Hughes, the signature foot stomping. You can hear it from Mount Vernon Avenue.
Well, I got a little side note about English on our next break. And now that he calls the foul.
He just picked up the foul. What's your side note?
That last post move is reminiscent of his dad, who was one of the best dancers in Bakersfield history, Julius English. The feet work by Jalen English on that last post move was amazing.
Could he break dance?
All of the above.
I only mentioned one.
All of the above.
KC's great. Can he break dance? All the above. A through F, even though you only said A, Vance. Okay, so another nugget from KC. Oh, I like that. How about that bounce pass from Christian Guillory to Idris Sadat? That was like a 7-foot-high bounce pass. Sadat picked it up, put it in.
Yeah, you got to love the heart and intensity by the Brahmas. They're not giving up. They went down 16.
Enigenberg, hard to the hole. He'll go to the line. That foul is going to be on Rashad Johnson.
Yeah, but just you know, the Renegades are putting a lot of pressure on L.A. Pierce. And L.A. Pierce isn't going away. They're answering. They're tinkering around that 10-point range. Now they're down 12 with Enigenberg at the free throw line.
Tucker Enigenberg adds to his totals tonight. Solid player.
Very impressed with Enigenberg's game, especially when you can knock down 2 free throws.
Flowers, he's been tough to guard all night long.
Yes,
he just
has.
keeps going. John Flowers, the sophomore guard. Back to a 12-point game. 10.5 to go here in the second half. Hammonds. Enigenberg has it in the corner. Looks good. Oh, back of the rim. Bounces out. Doesn't go. Here comes Jordan Newt. Newt, 1-on-4. Throws it out to, of all people, Randall Lacey from 15 feet. Can't get it to go. Point blank miss again. Sadat thought he had it. Did not. Here comes Murray. Murray has it swatted away, and they can't believe that call. And that is going to be on Idris Sadat.
Well, one thing about refs, they love to call reaches. Sometimes you don't even have to touch the guy. If they just see you reaching in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It starts from grade school through high school through college. You give it that look, and it's going to happen. Now we're about to see Reed Bowman come in. Reed Bowman, a freshman from Centennial High School. Reed stands 6'5", 200 pounds, wears number 40.
I watched Reed make some great plays in high school.
Jonathan Murray makes the first, so Coach Hughes with the rare 8th player sighting. Murray makes them both. 62-48, back to a 14-point game. 10 minutes exactly left in this second half. Bakersfield College Renegades basketball on Bakersfield.com. I'm Vance Palm, Kenny Calvin with me. Diana's our director-producer, Christian on camera. And big defense in there by the Renegades, but they're going to say that Reed got him, so Bowman picks up the foul. More than anything, he left his feet.
And there it is again. You leave your feet, 9 times out of 10, the ref's going to call the foul on you anyway, whether you touched them or not. It's just about being disciplined and playing disciplined defense.
Randall Lacey at the line. Misses the first.
Randall Lacey had a pretty strong first half, somewhat quiet in the second half.
Well, Coach White has talent. He's just got to get it harnessed in, but as they're in conference play now, we'll see. Gallinado picked up a dribble with nobody on him. And
Nice
Jonathan
hesitation.
Murray, goodness gracious. And now Coach Hughes sees something he doesn't like, and I think I know what it is, but I'm not going to try to read his mind. But he called a full timeout. We'll take one as well. Back right after this on Bakersfield.com. Welcome back, everybody. Timeout taken by Rich Hughes. Renegades up 64-48 with 9:27 to go here in this second half. Ruben Gonzalez back into the game. Shot goes up by Lacey, can't get it to go, and Jamar Hammonds comes down hard, and the foul is going to be called on Chance Cole. Chance Cole can't believe it, said, hey, all that noise and the fall, that had nothing to do with me, but good news is Jamar Hammonds is up. During that timeout, Rich Hughes was not demonstrative. He wasn't vociferous. He wasn't over the top. He just wanted to tell his guys, and I was down there. I was kind of leaning over the railing listening to him, and he basically saying, guys, do what you're supposed to do. Play your roles. There's no reason to get out of your game and do things that you don't normally do. Let's just keep playing our game the way we play our game, and we're going to be okay.
Definitely. You know, it's one of those things where coach is trying his best to remind guys, hey, you're doing well, settle down.
At the line, Jamar Hammonds rattles in the first one.
Very impressed with Hammond's game on the offensive end. Would like to see more hustle in the transition defense from the offensive end to the defensive end. Kind of jogs back sometimes when he should be sprinting.
Strokes the second one.
He's an offensive weapon.
18-point lead right now for the Renegades. Largest lead of the game. Kenny asked how they would handle a 14-point lead. They've gotten it up to 18. And again, a foul on Reed Bowman.
And Reed, I would bet my money that Reed's going to come out because he did exactly what Coach told him not to do. He left his feet instead of sliding his feet. One slide step to the left and he cuts off that baseline. All he has to do is put his hands up. But you're jumping when you shouldn't be jumping. You're already 6'5". Put your hands up. You're 7 feet tall.
And elevate at the rim. Elevate at the rim, and you're going to be okay. So now Henry Gallinado comes in for Reed Bowman. So Reed will go out, and assistant coach Aaron Chavez will meet him for a quick second, have a quick word with him.
You know, and it's frustrating for guys that are coming off the end of the bench. When you finally get that opportunity, it doesn't take many mistakes to get you back over there. You got to play mistake-free basketball when you get your shot.
If you're playing for a head coach who's notorious for playing 6 or 7 guys and you're the 8th guy that gets the call,
yes,
get ready. Gallinado, that's a nice inbounds play right there. That's a design play, and Hammonds comes in and lays it in. Shouldn't have missed the layup. That's a very well-designed inbounds play for full-court press break. Now Hammonds all over Flowers. Flowers dishes it out to Lacey. Lacey can't get it to go. Another good look for Pierce. And how about this? Jordan Newt says, I'll shoot it right into Hammond's face, but he couldn't get it to go. And here comes Murray. And that's going to be a walk.
That was a good call.
Murray got a little excited there and took off. Extra step, so travel. Still a 16-point lead with 8:41 to go here in the Gil Bishop Sports Center. I'm Vance Palm, joined by Kenny Calvin, my partner for a couple of years now in football. Now we have him here on the hardwood. How about this? Oh, whoa. Goodness, Chance Cole.
Well, Chance, I'm going to give you credit for trying, but you're about a foot short on that effort of trying to dunk on Gallinado.
And Charles White wants to know where the call is. He wants to know where the call is. My guy is going forward with a dunk movement, and the ball goes 4 feet high. Where's my call? And now, of all people, Chance Cole drops the ball underneath. So frustration abounds right now for head coach Charles White.
Yeah, and that's not going to give Coach any moral support either, turning it over after you thought you got fouled.
Here comes Hammonds. He's got Enikenberg in the corner if he wanted him. And he may. Right now, oh, scary, scary pass. It's still saves by Jonathan Murray. Murray did more to save that than anything. Hammonds, great handles. He comes in, loads it up, and does it go? It does not. Enigenberg with the putback, and he is no boy. And Coach Hughes all over the officials.
Are you serious?
But we've seen it tonight. They've let him play. They've let him play.
Yeah, I'm always letting them play, but fouls on the arm at the rim should be called.
You are correct. How about English? Fires one over to Murray. Murray says, no, I'll go to the paint, see what I can get there. Back over to English for 3. Nope. He says, I'll go in for 2. Not a good shot. Still almost winning with that soft touch. Flowers down the far side. Cole comes in, and he's going to get the foul.
Oh, travel.
Oh, they called the walk.
And know what Jalen did? He did a great job of getting out of the way. I think the Brahma's ball player basically thought he was going to get hacked, and Jalen slid out of the way.
Another great inbounds play on a full court press, and that should go in. Another missed layup. I know Coach Hughes, if they pull the victory out of here, is going to have a couple things to say about missing point-blank shots, but still 18-point lead, 7.5 to go here in this second half.
English with the offensive rebound and the putback. He's doing it every which way. Great block by Gallinado. It might be his 6th block of the game.
And now Coach White's going to go back to Rashad Johnson. He'll come in for Chance Cole, so trying to go a little bit more size.
Short. Great effort by Gallinado on the boards. Outlet to Enigenberg. Back to English, back to Enigenberg. Looks like we have a timeout.
No, Jonathan Murray is claiming that he has some type of an injury to actually leave the game. I mean, he's walking off the court. The officials saw it and called timeout. Ball comes back into Hammond's hands. The shot clock was not reset. Doesn't really matter. You got a young man like Jalen English. And a 30-second timeout taken by Rich Hughes. We'll remind everybody that we'll be back on the air a week from tonight. Next Wednesday night, West LA will be up here on the road taking on the Renegades. 5 o'clock for the ladies game, 7 o'clock for the men's game, and then 3 days after that on a Saturday afternoon, the last Saturday in the month of January, College of the Canyons, ladies game 3 p.m., men's game at 5 p.m., so make sure you're around for those 2 games that we'll be calling. Pleasure to have everybody with us. 20-point game right now for the Renegades. They're up 70-50. The Lady Renegades handled their business 81-41.
Yes.
In a big way. Coach Paula Dahl still had a couple things she's wanting to work with her ladies on. Very pleased with the work on the glass that you had mentioned pretty much the entire game. Look at this. John
Offensive
Flowers.
foul.
Flowers hard to the hole. He has Kobe Garner guarding him, but boy, that's a tough assignment. You're coming off the bench going up against the warmed up legs of John Flowers.
Yeah, but I'll guarantee you the next trip down, if Flowers attempts that same move, he's going to get that offensive foul call because he cleared out something big.
He's earned a little cred, though, with
Yes,
those
he
officials
has.
because he's working so doggone hard. A sophomore, he's 6'3".
That's big for a point guard. Makes that free throw count. 70-52 Renegades. 6:54 left to play in the half. Outlet to Enigenberg. Skip pass to Hammond. Oh! English keeping the offensive rebound alive. Enigenberg attacks. Comes up empty as Flowers pushes it back.
Well, the hands on Jordan Newt, number 1 for Pierce. He's got some incredible gloves, man. I'll tell you what, he's picked up some one-hoppers. That was a half-court BB off of the hardwood. He just picks it up with one hand. Flowers floats it up, air ball. Here comes Hammonds. He comes down the middle of the floor, over to Enigenberg. Enigenberg goes baseline. Oh, he's got to put that up.
English with the 3 is off. Brahma's
pass.
inside to
Beautiful
Lacey.
pass. Guillory with a great pass down to Lacey, and Coach White wants a quick timeout, saying, hey, we'll do this in spurts if we can. We'll do this in spurts. 6:06 remains here, and it's a 30-second timeout.
Brahma's doing their best to try to cut this under 10. 6:06 remaining to play. Down 16 points.
And Kenny, they've got a nice squad. They have a nice squad. You look down their roster, you've got Jordan New, who we just talked about. Chance Cole is super athletic. Ruben Gonzalez comes off the bench. He's 5'9".
Yes.
Speedy point guard. John Flowers, you know all about him tonight. Dallas
Unstoppable.
Johnson's not a bad 7th or 8th man. Randall Lacey's had some big points tonight. Rashad Johnson, the big fella. Sadat, Guillory. You know, they've got a 7-footer. So Pierce could do some damage if they can put all the pieces together. Coach Hughes got a heck of a squad.
Yeah, got to give credit where credit is due. Renegades have 3 dynamic players that can score the basketball.
At least. Look out, bad pass. And John Flowers lays it in.
Well, you notice our lead diminish as Murray went to the bench with that injury. And now our backup guards are having trouble beating this press.
And a great give and go and a dish off to Gallinado, and he puts it off the glass. So a Rich Hughes offense just keeps coming at you. Never stops. How about that? The underhand layup doesn't go, but rebound by Lacey. It's back in the hands of the Brahmas. And look at this, almost went in. Christian Guillory almost put that in.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, that Guillory name sounds familiar from our football broadcast. Wondering if there's a couple two-sport guys out there. But nonetheless, 72-56 Renegades holding on to that 16-point lead with 5:27 left to play.
I'll tell you this, though, Kenny, cannot have consistent turnovers or turnovers on a consistent basis.
Yes.
At any time in the game, but certainly not in the last 5:27 when this Brahmas team, really the only chance they've got to get back in this thing are Renegade turnovers.
Yeah, you've heard me say it multiple times. As backup guards, you have to be extra protective of the basketball. You can't come in making turnovers because that minimizes your future opportunities.
Guillory makes the first and the second. Smooth, silky southpaw, drops another one in. Full court pressure getting put on by the Brahmas, but we've seen this excellent Renegade offense press break, just 2 passes and it's over. Garner's in. Enigenberg down to Hammonds. Hammonds has it stripped.
And that's our 3rd consecutive turnover.
2-on-2, and here comes a nice play, but a blown layup by Randall Lacey. He cannot miss that free layup, and Coach White agrees. Oh, goodness. Gallinado goes in and has it knocked away, and it's actually Brahma's basketball.
That ball was tipped by a Brahma after the block.
Randall Lacey's going to be taken out because Charles White can't believe that he missed a 2-foot layup, and he is ripping him.
Woo. I don't miss that.
Well, that was an important bucket that they needed. They didn't get it. And how about the southpaw from the corner? He drains it. Christian Guillory right now. And after that long 3, Coach White calls the timeout. 72-61. It's back to an 11-point game right now. Ooh, boy. And 4:53 to go here. That's a full timeout. We'll take it as well here on Bakersfield.com. Wow. Welcome back. Well, I went over and listened to Coach White and his timeout discussion. Kenny stayed over here and listened to Coach Hughes and his timeout discussion. I can tell you what, the discussion I was listening to was pretty doggone loud and maybe not the cleanest of language.
Well, Coach Hughes is just reminding his backup guys to have confidence in their ability, getting out there playing nervous. And now you see the confidence in him as we turn over the ball for the 4th time in a row. Turnover by Enigenberg.
Oh, dangerous pass by Jordan Newt. And Coach White was essentially telling the Brahmas, we cannot miss wide open layups. It cannot happen.
Yes. You know, and Coach Hughes' point ends up being a mute one because they turn the ball over right on the next possession.
Cole comes in, and another missed layup, and Coach White just can't believe it. So what Coach Hughes talked about didn't happen, and what Coach White talked about didn't happen. So much for timeouts, and that's going to be a travel on Jamar Hammonds. So Hammonds picks up the travel, and Coach Hughes is looking for some hair that he doesn't have. Rich is looking back for hair he doesn't have. He's reaching up, and it's not there.
You took the words right out of my mouth. You wonder why coaches have receding hairlines. That's another offensive foul as he clears out.
They're going to call a foul on Tucker Enigenberg, and Tucker Enigenberg not only gets called for the foul that we don't agree with, he went up hard against the base of the basketball goal.
Well, what Flowers is doing, he's clearing out as he's attacking the basket. He did it last time. It was so obvious. I thought the next time he did it would be a guaranteed offensive foul, and they give it to him again.
I'm telling you, he's working up that cred, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's attacking.
Big free throws. He makes the first. Back to a 10-point ball game. They were up 20, the Renegades were.
2 minutes ago.
Short time ago, and Coach White is not letting his players quit. There's a ton of time, and it's a 9-point game. 4:08 left in the second half. Full court pressure going again. They get the ball into Enigenberg. He's in the corner. He'll have to get out of there. Can he get out of there? Murray. There's a slam dunk.
Aye.
Jalen English with the lob. That's a very quick press break with a dunk attached at the end. Flowers pulls up. He gets it to go. Goodness.
That dude can score.
And here's a steal. Flowers goes up, has the ball swatted away by English. Ball back in the hands of Gilroy.
9-point game with 3:40 to play.
And another beautiful pass down low by Newt. They're not ready for it. Dallas Johnson walked, no call. Ball comes over to Flowers. He takes a look. That's going to be short. In the hands of Newt. Newt can't make the one-footer. Oh, Charles White's going to go bonkers right now. He's got his Pierce. Brahman's missing 2-footer after 2-footer after 2-footer.
Well, if you look at the hairlines on both of these head coaches, they're receding by the minute as their players keep them on the edge.
The serenity prayer is, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. When you are sitting on the sidelines as a coach, you cannot change the fact that a one-footer got missed 2 or 3 times in a row. It just drives you crazy because you can't control it. How about this? Jalen English.
Well, Jalen has done everything but make his free throws.
Well, Randall Lacey's out of the doghouse. He's back in, and he is an explosive player, but Coach White wants to ensure that he understands. Talking about a haircut, Dr. Francois Mayer got his shaved off. 10-point ball game. Jordan Newt picks up his dribble.
And you want to close out on these three-point shooters without fouling. Great defense by Hammonds.
Cole has it stripped by Hammonds, but he's in trouble now. He's in the corner, and that's stolen. And a one-hander over to Newt. Newt pulls the trigger from deep, and it goes.
And just like I talked about, you want to be able to close out. Hammonds with the steal gets a little bit too fancy.
But I've got to ask a question. I don't understand, why is Coach White calling these timeouts after these threes? I mean, he's burning some serious timeouts right now. I'm trying to figure out how many more they have. It doesn't show it on the scoreboard here, but it seems that after they make a big bucket, he'll call a timeout. And I don't get it. A, he's burning through timeouts pretty quickly, and B, his team is playing with such a heavy, fast, strong, aggressive pace, stealing basketballs, making long threes. Why call a timeout?
Yeah, it's kind of like you're breaking your own rhythm.
Right.
I don't understand it either, but, you know, at this point.
I mean, I can see it happening in 45 seconds left. You want to get some plays going. You want to talk about some scenarios that could possibly take place, but there's 3 minutes and 2 seconds to go here, and it's possible that he may need these time. That's a full timeout he just burned. So, hey, I'm not down there, but I see these big steals and these big threes go in. You'd think his guys want to get up on the ball and get right back into it. But, hey, what do I know, Kenny?
Well, I will say this, Vance. One thing that's bad about them calling the timeout is that you give Coach Hughes an opportunity to draw up a nice press break. Your press has been working the last few times. Why are you calling timeout and stopping it? So we'll see what the result is.
Hey, we're just commentating, right? Just commentating. 75-68. It's back to a 7-point game. Renegades can run the baseline if they need to, so Jonathan Murray can run all he wants. Enigenberg takes that ball in the corner. They're a little more relaxed this time on it. Here comes the trap. They get it in Hammond's, back into English's hands. Now it's in Hammond's hands. Hammonds dribbles out of it, over to English. Ball comes down to Gallinado. They float it back out top.
Great patience by the offense of the Renegades.
Nice pass to Gallinado down low. Has it blocked, but big, strong effort in there by Jalen English. And it's going to be a jump ball possession arrow. Coach Hughes looking for a foul there. They don't get it. Gallinado, unlike him to miss something so close. Starting 5 in there right now for Rich Hughes. This is the 5 he started with. Flowers pulls up, stops, gets it to go. He's been nothing short of spectacular in the second half. All of a sudden, a 5-point game. The ball comes into Enigenberg in that corner. Scares me right there. They'll put the trap right now. He floats it back over here to Murray. Murray, he's up against the sidelines, and he has to burn a timeout as well. It's a 30-seconder. So all of a sudden, a 5-point game. And 4 minutes ago, it was a 20-point game. As we see the Dean of Local Sports, Greg Kerr, rolling past us. Hello, Gregory.
Yeah, and I like that timeout by the Renegades because it gives coach an opportunity to draw up a nice play off the inbounds, maybe something going to the rim. I've seen a couple of lob plays on the entry passes. Let's see what coach draws up.
The only issue is that it was called out of duress.
Yes.
It was called because they're up against that line. And as you like to say, give credit where credit is due. How about Charles White working his Brahmas back into this thing? 2:13 remains in the second half, 75-70. Diana and Christian, fabulous job. You two bringing all of our viewers across the country. Some future Renegades watching this, saying, hey, I want to play there. I want to be a part of this. They floated in to Jonathan Murray, the sophomore guard. Has the ball booted away.
That'll reset the shot clock.
They haven't yet.
Two minutes remaining to play.
Murray guarded by Flowers. They're back in a stretched out zone. They're not in a man. 5-point lead for the Renegades, 8 on the shot clock. Hammonds back over to Murray. Murray down to Gallinado. Gallinado floats one out, and it's in the corner to Enigenberg. This will be a big shot. Oh, it's just long. Gallinado battles for it and gets the offensive rebound. Hammonds wants to go straight at the hole with the left. Comes up a hair short. Floats one up. Does it go? No, it doesn't. He's fouled on the shot. Ooh.
But once again, Vance, how about that effort on the offensive glass? When all else fails, put in the effort.
Absolutely. Hammonds makes the choice to go to the hole with 1:39 left and a 5-point lead. I think Coach Hughes now is telling at least English and Enigenberg, if we get an offensive rebound on a miss, 6-point lead now and possibly a 7-point lead, pull that thing out. But you never know. This gym has gone eerily quiet here with 1:39 to go. It's gone from a frenetic, very loud, very crazy gym to the kind of gym you wonder if anybody's in here. You can hear the sneakers squeaking on the janitor. How quiet it is. Second one goes.
Clutch by Hammonds.
Renegades drop back, no pressure. They let Flowers jog it up. 1:34 remaining. Flowers had a phenomenal second half. Gets it back over to Guillory. Guillory stops, comes up. Newt comes in. Everybody's boggled in one spot, and they're going to call the foul.
That was a walk.
Woo, boy. Foul is going to be called on Tucker Enigenberg, and it looks like the Brahmas are just pulling everybody into the same spot.
Yeah, terrible spacing.
And Tucker Enigenberg, Kenny, has picked up his 5th foul, so with 1:21 to go, one of your key guys, one of your main guys who averages 18 points a ball game, he hasn't had that tonight, But now Coach Hughes is going to Shahada Camp, and Shahada didn't look too eager to come into the ball game. That's interesting.
Yeah, very surprising considering how much he likes to put it up. But you do put another ball handler in there, which is a great decision.
Chance Cole. Makes the first of two. 6-point game, 1:21 remaining. Cole floats the next one in. Back to a 5-point game. Full court pressure. Ball comes into Camp. Oh, what beautiful ball handling. Hammonds comes in, has the ball batted away. Coach Hughes can't believe it still. His superstar scorer, Jamar Hammonds, had the ball batted away. 23 seconds on the shot clock, 1:14 in the game clock. The Renegades up 5. Will they be aggressive? Hammonds, misses from 3 feet on the alley-oop lob in. Doggone it. Randall Lacey picks up the dribble, hands it over to Newt. Newt will handle the rock from here on out, most likely up top. Puts the ball in the hands of Chance Cole. Cole comes in, throws it up, almost went in. Rebound, Newt. And Newt misses from the elbow. Can't get it to go. A battle for the basketball between two Brahmas. And the ball goes out of bounds. How about that? Christian Guillory and Randall Lacey with the two battling for it, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and as all 5 Renegades, you want to be paying attention to what's happening on the floor. I see 3 guys with their back to the ball. And he traveled.
Shahada Camp. And Rich Hughes does not have Enigenberg, and he's frustrated with Shahada Camp. So who's going to be the call? It's going to be Marcus Jones.
For his first minutes of the game in the last minute.
Hey, Marcus, we're up 77-72. I need you to go in and start playing. And Shahada Camp is maybe not putting on his best game so far as his attitude and his. And how about this? And Coach White calls another timeout after the score, wants to slow things down here. So
terrible body language by Camp. You know, one thing you want to be mindful of as a player that's coming in off the bench, you want to have positive energy. And if you don't make the play, don't walk around with your head down, because next time as a coach, if I see you doing that, I'm going to sit you outside of the gym, not on the end of the bench.
Crucial moment. Enigenberg gets his 5th foul, and Coach Hughes is looking for a ball handler, looking for a guard, and he has to shout at Shahada Camp to get in the ball game, and he didn't really want to even go in, and then he gets a traveling call, and boy, that's a tough thing as a coach when you're looking for some leadership and you're not getting it. And Charles White, he must have 17 timeouts, because he he just keeps calling him after every big shot that goes in. And for the Renegades, a 20-point lead has been shaved down minute by minute, possession by possession, and now it's a 77-74 game. And this gym is awfully quiet, Kenny.
Yeah, and you definitely want to finish the games the way you start. Renegades started with high energy plays, high energy on offensive glass. But I'll tell you the difference. When our point guard Murray went out of the game, all the flow left with it. And now that he's returned, still kind of walking gingerly, we haven't got that chemistry back from the ball handler's perspective over guards.
Okay, full court pressure getting put on. The Renegades toss it in. They get it in English's hands. English looks down, floats one over to Jonathan Murray. Ay. Murray pulls it up. Man-to-man pressure now by the Brahmas. You can hear the Brahmas bench cheering. The players doing the defensive chat. Jonathan Murray, how about 9 on the shot clock? Goes hard to the bucket, pulls it back out to Gallinado. Now they go down to the main man, Hammonds. Hammonds throws the ball away, or does he? It's saved out there. The ball goes up, and it is stopped. So now here come the Brahmas. Here come the Brahmas. Hammonds still back here at half court. Lacey tosses it out. Flowers for 3. Off the front of the rim, can't get it. Rebound, Jonathan Murray, and that's the ball game. Oh, my goodness. And Coach Hughes having a quick word with Hammond. So What I can tell you is this. A 3-point win for the Renegades, and Coach Hughes trying to talk to one of his star players in Jamar Hammonds. And it was a wild, wild finish with some interesting player personnel issues, but no matter what, let's stick to the game. Kenny, they pulled out the win, and it got crazy there, but they got the W.
Yeah, and I guess I got to get used to seeing the character of some of our young guys, you know, because they're still young men, you know, but I'm challenging them to be more mature in the negative moments. That's what makes great players for me, you know, because we're all athletes once we get to this level. You're not here playing if you're not an athlete, but you got to be able to handle the down moments with just as much class as you handle the high moments.
That was a close one right there. Rich Hughes was up 20, and it got pretty gnarly there. They pull out a 77-74 win. Ooh, they pulled off the victory. So a W is a W, and Coach Hughes talking one of his great players of the past. So some nice discussions going on there. Even the old vets want to come back and say hi, and they did pull out the victory. Okay, Kenny, we'll be off for a week. Next Wednesday, we'll be here. West LA will be back here in the gym. Great seeing you again, buddy. Have a great rest of the week. God bless. For Diana and Christian, thank you both. Fantastic job for everybody at Bakersfield College. Athletic Director Sandy Taylor, Assistant Athletic Director Keith, and, of course, Francois Mayer down there, the Sports Information Director, John Mettis, Paula Dahl. What a great night for everybody. Have a good rest of the week. We'll see you in 1 week when the Renegades host West LA. Good night. God bless.